Hi, everybody. Roseann White, Life Pros fitness expert and holistic wellness educator here the day before Mother's Day to take all moms, grandmoms, aunts, sisters, cousins, all you girlfriends on a journey of relaxation, recovery, restoration on your Life Pro vibration plate. So I want to welcome you to this live series, or actually live event, not a series. But if you can't make it for some reason, you're seeing that we're live and you are not near your plate, or it's not a great time of the day, this is a recorded session and you'll have it for any time that you just need to check out and take care of you. As women, we just tend to take care of the nest. Maybe you're not a mom. Right now, I'm not a four-legged mom, or I don't have any children, but women are nurturers, and tomorrow, Mother's Day, is going to be a day we're going to celebrate all women that do all things for all people. We're going to take care of you. So I want to welcome you. I'm just going to check here to make sure that we're live, as I always do. So give me a second. And if you're viewing me, please type in the chat. Let me know that you do see me live, and we'll get going. Yeah, great. That you do see me live. I'm going to share this to our VIP group. Perfect. And we're on. So I have set up things a little differently today, ladies. You're going to need some props to be just as comfortable as you can be on your vibration plate. In past classes, you see me working out, lifting weights, planks, all this core work, all this heavy duty stuff. Today is about restoration. It's about relaxation. It's about rejuvenation. Have water handy, or have your Sonello. Sonello's got some great blends here between the weight support, the digestive health, and the joint mobility. A great thing to sip on during your practice, because we want to stay hydrated through our sessions. Hydrate before your session, sip through it, and definitely hydrate after. We're going to be moving our body gently, carefully, but we're still working through all those areas of lymph. So we want to make sure we're pushing through toxin. We're feeding our cells all the good nutrients they need to make you feel even better. Also, if you'd like to add on, kind of stack up your treatment, you can select any of the Life Pro products. I have my Oculux eye mask here, which is going to be delicious to use while you're laying on your platform. I also have the, I don't have my eye guard, or the band that goes with it, the RejuvaGlow eye mask, which is another great tool. Only a couple of minutes of this, it shuts off automatically, but you can add this to your session. I might add it to my session today. We'll see. Or you can use the Luminova Pro red light neck therapy for your chest, your neck, between your shoulder blades. Great ways to stack your therapies to get the most out of your sessions, because let's face it, ladies, we're busy. We're always on the go, taking care of everything and everybody. This is your moments of relaxation. Also, for those of you that care to have this, I have the routine typed out as well. Let me know if you're interested. I'll DM this to you. Be happy to do that. I like to write out my routines to make sure that they make sense. I practice them before I start to make sure they're the best delivery for you. So I want to share this with you in case you'd like to do it. Okay, let's dive in. A couple props you're going to need. So I'll give you time to get them if you need to. Of course, I'm on my vibration plate. I'm on my Rumblex Pro 4D. I also have yoga blocks, and these are nice and handy to have for some of the things we're doing. I have a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a belt or a rope, maybe a stretch band. Any of those things are fine. And also, I've got some yoga blankets. You're going to see I've got one yoga blanket on my platform. especially soothing when we're sitting on here. I'm going to be laying on the platform. I'm going to be against the edge of the platform. So there's something about the padding, the comfort, the soothness of this. Even though you can put a mat on here, I like blankets. And the thicker, the better. You're still going to get all the effects, all the wonderful sensations of vibration, but a little more comfort. Again, this is about relaxation, restoration, rejuvenation. So we want you to feel really good. I also have 2 more yoga blankets that I've got folded up. You might want to use beach towels, and I'll show you why you'll need these in a moment, but at least 2 that are stacked up, or a yoga bolster. I get these on Amazon. I use this for a lot of different reasons, but I think I saw Amber yesterday using a fitness mat that's folded up. That's a perfect thing to do too, but I like the yoga bolster. It's firm, it's smaller, and it works for me. So that's what I need you to get. I'm going to give you a few minutes to get those things together, and I want to check my chat because I didn't open it up. Oh, there you go. Hi, Betsy. Glad that you can join me today. We're going to take this very gently. This is different from most of my other routines, and there might be some places that you might feel a little uncomfortable, meaning it feels kind of weird, but the main thing is I don't want you to feel any pain, it should be an H-ah experience, not an owie experience. Know that. If this is brand new for you to move in these positions, watch me first. Maybe while you're sitting there, do some of the movements, and then you can replay this, because I'm going to stop chatting in a few minutes and go right into the routine. You can replay this and follow along. So let's begin. Oh, also, one more thing. I do have a chair. I'll show you why we're going to need that stool. I'll give you some options for it. So let's begin. I'm going to grab a sip of my Sanello. I've been really enjoying this in combination with water to stay hydrated. And if you ask me which one is my favorite, I can't tell you because they're all good for different reasons. I enjoy them all. But we're going to start on your platform. Now, ladies, if you are like me and love essential oils, before you even start your practice, because this is a therapeutic practice, grab some essential oils. I just put some on my wrist, so I'm going to rub and heat it up again. And when I do that, when I rub my wrist together, I've got the oil on there. It warms up the oil and I can smell it again. And that allows me to start centering myself. I'm going to also put on my vibration plate. Make sure it's plugged in. There we go. For this particular practice, I'm going to go on oscillation and lateral. It doesn't have to be very fast. As always, whatever you choose in terms of speed, if you will, is perfect. But I'm going to stay rather low. I'm going to stay in about the green range of the platform, about 20. And then the first thing we're going to do, if you'd like to use one of your products, I'm going to put on the Rejuviglow mask. And it's just going to sit on my face. I'm going to sit here with my legs crossed on the platform. I'm going to get rid of my watch. I don't need it. I'm just going to sit here and just kind of relax my shoulders. And I'm going to rub my wrists together. And just take a couple deep cleansing breaths in through your nose. Open your mouth. Get an exaggerated sigh out. Let go of the to-do list, the things that should have been done list. And feel with every exhale the weight of the world dropping off your shoulders. And then now when we focus on our next few inhales, breathe in feelings that you'd like to create, whether it's peace, relaxation, calm, gentleness, restoration, rejuvenation, anything that you'd like to feel. throughout this session or after this session. And let those thoughts and the inhale breath permeate every part of your body from head to toe. And it's always nice to just stay on the platform in a seated position for at least a minute or two to allow everything to realign. You can take your fingertips and put it to your chin and pull your chin back a bit. Maybe place your hand on your heart and lift your heart up. Perhaps put your both hands on your belly and inhale and feel the belly fill up and empty. And then rest the palms back down on the thighs and feel this grounded connection you have in your body, on your platform, in the privacy of your room, away from all the hustle and bustle of life. And we'll take 3 more rounds of intentional breath, breathing in through the nose, a gentle sigh out, another slow, deep breath in, a longer breath out, and 1 more inhale breath. If your eyes are closed, you can flicker them open. And let's start dropping the ear to one side, chin into the chest to the other side. Just a gentle sway. As my ear is going down to my left shoulder, I'm pressing down into my right thigh and then back to center. And my Rejuviglow eye mask just shut off, so I'll just move that off to the side. You can keep your eyes closed if you like, but now we're going to go into a little more intention for the neck stretch. Bring the ear to the right shoulder. Take your left fingertips over to the right ear. And as you're sending the left elbow out, gently push down on the right thigh. Pull the chin in and breathe into that. I'm not going to do this 3 times. We're just going to stay here 1 time, so we're going to linger in this. Not forcing anything really, just feeling the connections. Elbow is in forward. We're not pulling the elbow back. It's just hanging where it hangs. And then come back to center. Noticing just by doing that stretch how a little lopsided your head might feel. And then let the ear float to the other side. Make sure the chin is pulled in. And once it arrives there, right fingertips on the outside top of the left ear. You can keep your eyes closed if you like. It's totally fine. And then a gentle push down of the left hand into the left thigh. Chin pulled in. Heart lifted. Continue those deep breaths in and out. Start feeling how muscles relax and release while the vibration is coming up from the sits bones all the way up your spine. And then come back to center. And then we'll do just 1 or 2 neck rolls. Chin to chest. Look to the right. Look up to the sky. Look to the left. Look down to the floor. I guess we'll do that a couple times because it's actually feeling pretty good. I'm not over exaggerating my chin up. I just want my eyes to make a slow circle around the room. And if your eyes are closed, let's reverse it. If the eyes closed, think about your nose drawing a circle around the wall that's in front of you. Nice smooth circle with your breath. Exhaling down, inhaling up. And when your chin lands toward your chest again, put your hands on the back of your head. An intentional stretch of the back of the neck. Exhale all your air. Push the head back. And then I'm going to keep my elbows pointing up. I'm not going to pull my elbows out. I just want to let my elbows lift so I get more extension in my thoracic spine, right where the bra is. I want to feel that I'm letting my bra strap push up toward the ceiling. And then release. We're now ready for a few rotations. So turn to your left. Put your left hand on the back of the plate. You can press down on it. Pull the chin in. Feel the lift of the heart as you look over. Come back to center. 1 time only to the right. Right hand pushing against the back of the platform or the palm resting. Left hand gently helping you twist. Lift the chest. Lift the eyes, gaze over the right shoulder. Feel equal weight in each sits bone. And come back to center. And then 1 side bend. You know, as I always tell you guys, our spine's meant to bend. I'm going to take my yoga block, actually. I'm going to put it out to the side here and then get a stretch. Knuckles resting on my forehead, elbow to the sky, giving a little extra press down to the head so I can get more elbow lift. Come back to center. We'll go to the other side. So I'll have my yoga block on that side, reaching out, up, and over, and then just gently resting the knuckles at the temple. The right arm, elbows bent. I don't want that your neck to, or your shoulder to drive up into your neck. So just feel that right elbow bending. You might even rest onto the platform if your bend allows you that. Clearly this side is better at bending than my other side, so I'm resting on my platform and come back to center. Great. So we've kind of moved things around here. Now that we've got the neck and shoulders relaxed and our upper body working for us, we're going to go into a little bit of a forward stretch. Now, this is where your options lie. I separated my legs, and I could take my bolster or my blankets here, and I can bring my body forward. I can even build up and rest here. But I want a flat back. I don't want you to round your spine. I want you to lift your heart and push down into the blocks and let the lower back lengthen out while you lift the chest. This might work great, and you might stay right here and enjoy this for a couple breaths while we're getting a little bit of inner thigh stretch and a hip release. Or another restorative option is to take your chair, and this is the 2-foot stool that I use for a lot of our other classes. And I'm going to rest my elbows or my forearms on here, and my forehead is resting on my forearms. So the head is completely out of the equation. I don't worry about the weight of the head. Shoulders relaxed. Depends how your shoulders feel with this. I let it in the vibration move into the thighs, into the hips. So find what works for you. Maybe it's upright like this. Those of you that have the mobility, and there are those that want to go deeper, but again, I didn't drop my head. I lengthen out. So I have this ability to lengthen out, and I want to do that. I want to get length in my spine and movement into my hips and my inner thighs. Take a big breath in and out. This is our seated forward fold. You can come back for a moment and get out of the fold, and we'll go deeper into it another time. Exhale. I'm pushing. I'm turning my thighs inward and my toes are up. I don't know if you can see that, but my feet are definitely checked into this pose. I'm not checked out. A lot of calf stretching, inner thigh stretching. And then I'm going to kind of counter that with my hands behind and lifting the chest, pushing the heel of the hands into the plate and letting my eyes gaze up. If you find that your chin's lifted too much and you're cranking your neck, just look forward. Feel the chest lift rather than the chin. Now, that was 10 minutes already. My platform shut off, but I'm going to be able to go on it again, and I'm going to go back to my same speed. I'm going to invite you to take the time to do that now. I really liked the lateral and the oscillation together on this, so I'm sticking with it. Oops, went a little too high on that. And then we'll cross the legs. Let's interlace the fingers, push forward, reach up, get a big stretch here. Forward stretch between the shoulder blades, taking the hands back behind us again. And now we're ready to move into our next posture. So I'd like you to stretch your hamstrings out. We did a little bit of stretch already by bringing our legs out, but now you can do a few things. You can either take the bolster blankets underneath you so you have something to push into and sit up nice and tall. That's one option. Move the treasures from the trunk, so to speak, and take your yoga strap, put it on the arch of your feet. I'm pulling my elbows to my ribs. This is keeping my spine lifted, letting my hamstrings lengthen out while I push into the arches. If you want to point and flex your feet, you can. It's up to you, but I just like to feel the length. This is a pretty big stretch in the hamstrings, and if it's challenging for you, you can bend your knees for a moment. I'm going to just move my strap out of the way, bend and straighten, but you've got something to push into. So we're not hyperextending into the knee joints. You can always use your yoga blocks to balance your heels there if that's available for you. That might be a little extra support. But the most important thing is I want this L shape. Now, there's a lot of compression into the hip flexors, but it's just temporary, so don't worry about that. If it's too much for you, you can always go back to opening up a bit, and I will do that in a moment. But know that this is just a temporary discomfort, if you will. So let's breathe into that. If there's discomfort, think about pulling your thigh bones in to the back of the pelvis. Create more space in the back of the pelvis. Now that we've lengthened our hamstrings out, we'll go into releasing that and get our feet flat together and in a diamond shaped pose. And we'll rock a little side to side. If you find you need a bit more, and this is not giving you the relief you need in your hip flexors, take your hands behind you and let's rotate left and right. Kind of a windshield wiper here. With your breath. Come back to your seated posture and we'll get a little bit of stretching in our shoulders. Now, if you have shoulder stuff, and I know some of you do, this is where I want to advise to really take this slow and be aware of everything. It should feel like an ah, not an owie. I'm going to hold my strap out. I'm going to pull it out. Reaching up to the sky, I've got my elbows bent to a goalpost. Lift it up, put the strap behind your head, lift up. These are gentle. They're not meant to be stressful on the shoulders. And push your head back into the strap and bring the elbows forward. Now you can wave your elbows a little bit left and right, or front and back, that is. Just wave them, maybe side bend a little bit. Now that you've got the shoulder blades in their pockets, we're gonna stretch up, slide your hands wider, and open up your chest. Holding the tension in the strap, I'm gonna come forward, bring my hands in, separate the hands as I open and lift and go wide. Come back and around. I'm going to do that again. I start with my hands right in front. I pull the strap apart. So I start reaching overhead, pulling, 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 and open up the chest. Great. Just a little chest opener before we start laying on our back. Now we're ready for the even yummier stuff. We're going to do a restorative sequence called legs up the wall. And this is where I have my yoga blankets or my bolster. I'm using the bolster because it just feels better. And the trick on this, and it is a trick, is to sit on the side of the platform, scoot your butt close to the wall, really close, and then roll onto the bolster until you can find your center. And I'm gonna adjust myself a little bit here. My back is flat. My head and shoulders are on the bolster. I'm going to keep rearranging myself until I'm right in that just right place. My butt is at the very edge of the platform. My shoulders are resting and head's resting on there. And I can take my arms and open up to the sides and get a really nice big chest stretch. My hands aren't any higher than my shoulders. I want them at least in line with my armpits. So this posture in yoga is called the Viparita Karani, legs up the wall. There are so many benefits to having this. Now, I could bring my platform closer to the wall and keep my legs closer. That's neither here nor there. It's about your feet being higher than your heart and the way that the blood is going to sink down into the vital organs. Great for digestion, elimination. This is also a very soothing pose if you are a mom, grandma, aunt, cousin, sister, girlfriend that's on their feet a lot. And check out how this platform feels on your pelvis, on your low back, on your mid back, at the base of your shoulders. If this is too much for your shoulders, you can definitely put your hands on the platform and get a little bit of vibration here. Or you might rest your hands on your heart. Again, it depends on what your shoulders are, how they're talking to you. I just kind of like this open T shape. And now we're going to play with the legs. This is the fun part. Stay here, option 1. Go to a nice wide V, option 2. I keep my legs engaged, my quads are working. I can take one leg up, one leg down, a little rock of the hips, but I'm letting my hips do the work. Oops, I'm a little overboard on that. I'm letting one hip go down, other hips pushing away from the platform. I sink down into the hip socket. I drive this leg down. So you can always bring both legs up and one leg down at a time. That's another option. I'm just giving you options because it's going to feel different for everybody. And I kind of like doing the right leg down. My body needs this more, so I'm enjoying it. But find out what feels the the for you. And after we played with the inner thigh and the hip, you can bring the soles of the feet together back into that diamond-shaped pose, pressing feet together, heels slide down, pelvis is flat, and we're in our known as Supta Baddha Konasana, or another yoga pose, bound angle pose. Feel what you feel. Any discomfort along the way, always go a little higher or lower, back out of it. We don't want discomfort. We want ease and relaxation. Many of these poses, whether it's straight legs up the wall or this bound angle, can be held up to 15 minutes. Yes, you heard me right, 15 minutes for maximum benefit. But I'm taking you through a variety of them today because I want you to have the experience. And then my final pose, which I really like to play with here, especially if you have tight hips, is our figure 4 stretch or pigeon pose. So I'm going to first cross my left ankle over my thigh and start bringing my foot down. And I don't have to go very far to get the stretch that I'm looking for. I might go down a little more, but if your pelvis starts rocking up, you've gone too far. I need your pelvis to stay down. So feel that. Don't think about pushing this knee out. I want you to keep your hips level. If anything, feel your hip bones. Are they even? Is one higher than the other? Check that out. Don't worry about the knee. It's more about the pelvis is stable and level. You can rock a little if you'd like, just to get on the sacrum side, but I'm looking for evenness in my hips. I'm not hiking them up. And then let's switch. Leg straightens up. I'm going to cross over. And I literally keep my fingertips on my hip bones because I know this guy likes to hike up. So I'm going to give it a little extra time here in a place that feels stable. And breathe into that. Now, my 10 minutes is up on my platform. I don't have my remote here. So if you have your remote, you want to click it back on, feel free to do so. But I'm getting ready to come out of this posture anyhow. So we'll take a couple more breaths. Yeah, I can feel it letting go. Again, you can start sliding your foot down or maybe take it up for a second. Let that stretch release, then take it down again. Let it go. And one more time. To get out of it, we uncross. We're going to roll over to the side. Take your time with this. Once you do this, hands are on the ground. Keep your head looking down first as you slowly restack your spine. The last thing to come up is your head. I've had you laying down. There was a lot of blood flow coming to the organs and to your whole spine. So we want to take a few minutes to make sure that you don't get dizzy or lightheaded. How does that feel so far? Doesn't your whole body feel all this energy in it? It's amazing. So we're going to finish with a little bit of hip release. And I want to just go back to my two favorite motors. This is my third 10 minutes. If you are new to vibration therapy training and don't spend that much time, you're limited to 10 minutes or 15 minutes. You don't have to have the vibration plate on, but you can still do these moves. So I'm going to now just keep my feet flat. I'm going to fold over, allowing the head to drop. I don't want to breathe right into my microphone here. Just let the head drop and let the lower back release. You can grab onto your elbows. Feel the sitting bones pressing into the platform. Take a few breaths here. Then come back. And we're going to take our feet wide again, and we're going to windshield wiper our legs left and right. Feels so good. Bend your elbows. I don't want you to be in your neck. And if this is too much, hold on to the front. That's totally fine. But I want you to just make sure that you're not wiggling off your platform. Then finally, we'll meet back the way we started. We'll take a rotation to the right, back to center to the left, back to center, a side bend to one direction. So different than my first side bends to the other direction. Interlace the fingers, drop the chin to the chest, push forward, pull the belly back. Bring the arms overhead, look up, reach up, bring the hands behind you, interlace, press down, lift the chest. Place your palms back on your knees. Close your eyes again. And take a few more intentional breaths. Just notice the difference. Notice what you feel, neck and shoulders, much more relaxed. The energy of the platform moved through your spine. Maybe even wiggle your toes a little bit. Notice all the energy that you've got in your legs. We didn't have to stand on the platform to get that energy in our legs. Be aware of how the belly feels. And then finally, let's bring our hands together at our heart space. I like to just bow the eyes toward the heart and feel like you're pressing your thumbs into your chest and lifting your heart up. And take just a moment or two for you before you leave your plate, before you leave your room, your moments of solitude and quietness for you, and take a moment to be grateful for all the people in your life, all the things you get to do, all the people that you love that love you. I'm going to thank you and Life Pro for allowing me to guide you today into this Moments for Moms practice. You can practice it anytime you want, any day you want, for as long as you want, any of these poses. This is your time to take care of you. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and namaste. So I hope you enjoyed this gentle practice. I know I normally don't come in on Saturday afternoons, kind of different time of the day for me, but I hope you enjoyed it and know that morning, afternoon, evening, this is a great thing to do at night too, especially the legs up the wall pose. It's a very adaptive pose. If you're feeling very anxious, legs up the wall, it'll calm you. If you're feeling very lethargic, legs up the wall, it'll give you energy. It's one of those postures that intuitively helps your body to give it what it needs. So that's what I've got for today. Again, I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for joining me. If you've got questions, hit me up. I'm available through social, or you can text me or email me at info@livefit.com. If you're interested in the sequence I did today, I've got a handout. I'm happy to send it to you. And let me shut my plate off. I'm going to drink some more of my Cinello. So join me tomorrow. We're going to be in part 2 of our golf series, working on unleashing the power of your hips. It's been so much fun to do these series for you. And I know even if you're not a golfer, maybe you play pickleball, or maybe you play tennis or racquetball sports, baseball, softball. This series is going to be good for all of us for more stability and more mobility in our hips, more strength in our core, for our rotational movements, even everyday life movements. Thanks again for joining me, guys. Have a great day. Bye for now.